Hi, my name is Christin Hu. I am a Macaulay Honors College student, third year at the architecture school at CCNY, and I am currently on the women's track and field and cross country team with a 3.5 GPA. Well, firstly, it's in New York City, and I live downtown, so it's a lot easier to just commute. And also, I was attracted by the architecture program, which is really phenomenal at CCNY, I think, compared to the other schools such as Pratt and Cooper Union and all those places. Obviously, the other really attractive part of CCNY is that it offers a lot of scholarships and the honors programs which pay for tuition. So I don't actually have to pay any tuition, and I get to go to a good architecture school in the city, which is where everyone else wants to be anyways. So that's why I applied and went to CCNY. Well, I did run track and cross country in high school, and I kind of just wanted to keep it up. At first, I was thinking, okay, well, I'm probably not going to have that much time to run, but might as well just try and see if I can handle it. And if I can't, then we'll see what happens, right? So, yeah, I mean, athletics, it's important to me, especially just running, because I like to run, and also because it's good exercise and it's healthy. So I think that's important, to keep up high physical capabilities as well as mental capabilities. They kind of help each other out. So running is something that I'm passionate about, but it's like school for me comes first. So like if I have to study for an exam versus I have to run 10 miles, I'm probably going to study for the exam. But I do, that's kind of my weak point, I guess. I continuously accommodate, school over track, and I feel like sometimes I need to reverse it so that I don't, get too consumed in one or the other. But I really like to run. I think it's fun, it's relaxing, it's also, good for my body, and it makes me feel accomplished if I can run 10, 15 miles. It's very rewarding. I mean, I think it's the community, or the team members that make it unique. So we're arguably the most diverse team that I've seen whenever we go to meets, because usually when we go to meets, there are so many, they're pure distance or pure sprinters, and I think for us we have sprinters, a mix of sprinters and mid-distance. Well, architecture is, I don't know if you've heard, but architecture is really, really difficult. It's a very strenuous major because it usually involves long hours in studio, just basically this huge space that's in the architecture school, and it's a bunch of desks and walls that you can pin up your drawings. So that's our main workspace. It's tough because a lot of it is subjective. It's you're designing something, so it's not always something that you can know the answer to. You can't be oh, well, 2 + 2 is 4. No, it doesn't work that way. It's you have all these different variables, and it's difficult in that sense, and it's very time consuming. So that's why it's at CCNY. It's also, I think, the same for other architecture schools as well, where it's just a lot of thinking critically and connecting the dots and and trying to come up with something that is a cohesive idea, and being able to produce drawings and models and basically convince yourself, but also convince your peers and your professors about the strength of your idea. I think I would say I'm pretty passionate about architecture in the sense of like being able to, you know, represent my ideas about certain things and being able to build it. So I know in architecture school we don't actually build anything right now. We just, well, we make models, but there aren't a lot of opportunities to physically build like a house, obviously, right? Because there's no budget for that, and also it's just, you know, it's not realistic. But I'm really passionate about design build. So being able to actually physically build with like a group of architecture students and professors to build what you design. And so I don't know exactly what makes me passionate about it. I just feel like that's something that really interests me and that really excites me to see like different people come together to come up with you know, a single concept or idea and being able to realize that through construction or, you know, architecture. So I mean, it's just like something that, you know, that makes me happy and like makes me want to do more, you know. For me, I think it means that my efforts in maintaining like a high GPA, I guess, doing well in school and as well as running paid off. Like, because I do try very hard to keep up with my running and also keep up with my schoolwork. And it's, you know, I'm stretched very thin over you know, schoolwork and track and field, and like cross country, but I don't know, I guess being named the Scholar Athlete of the Month just shows that like my efforts are paying off somehow, and it's kind of like inspiring to me, so I continue to work hard and, you know, do better in school and both on the trail or track.